Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Valentino Rossi the game, MotoGP 16 here on this channel. And in today's episode we're carrying on with this full walkthrough we're doing on this channel, working from Moto 3 right up to a GP bike. So we're going to jump straight into the next round of this Moto 3 season and hopefully get some more decent points. Now we're in Germany today. Now this is a very challenging circuit, and in today's episode we're going to try not to be a little bit overconfident and do wheelies at the end of the races and almost ruin it for myself. I know that was an idiot move. Hopefully I won't do anything like that today, so let's get straight into it and hopefully get a podium. Here we go.
Hello from the Saxon Ring. There's already a buzz of excitement inside the paddock, and in a few minutes race direction will get the qualifying session underway. It looks like this will be an uncertain session, not only because of the wet surface, but also because the weather looks very changeable indeed.
There you go, guys. We've got rain to contend with in today's episode, but at the moment it's only light rain, so hopefully that won't affect us too much. Let's get straight into qualifying. So here we are on qualifying. We still haven't managed to put in a full lap in. We've crashed off a couple of times because of the wet conditions in this light rain, and we've had to go back into the garage and repair the bike. But I'm really finding it challenging to go around these slow corners, and if you go on the curbs and accelerate too much, I've slid off a couple of times, so we're going to have to be really careful in this qualifying. We really want to put in a decent time, and there you go, the back end sort of wanted to go around there as I just tried to generate some speed out of that corner, and again really struggling to get some traction in these wet conditions. But at the moment it's only light rain. It could change in the race. Hopefully it might get a little bit better. It might dry up and just be cloudy. We just have to keep our fingers crossed. But if we can get a time at least top 5, I mean, I'm not sure what the times are like. I mean, that 1:32.953 looks pretty damn quick, so we're just going to have to see. And at the moment we're running behind on the time. We're really struggling to get any pace through those slower sections, but we need to hurry up through these if we want to get that time down. That wasn't a bad line through there, trying to get in the slipstream. It's really hard. It's much harder to get the slipstream on these sort of races with the spray and that when you get really close up, but hopefully we can do all right. And making contact with other riders in these races in these wet conditions is going to pose a problem as well. But that wasn't a bad corner there. We've managed to get round. I'm not sure what we're doing for time. We were about a second behind at the last split point, I think, so hopefully we can just get around this corner. Oh god, just couldn't turn it in, and we've gone over the curb onto the grass. That's going to cost us a bit of time, but let's see what this is going to get us on the standings. And over the line. Oh, that's not great. 12th position. I think I may make a couple of adjustments to the suspension. Ah! What the hell? Oh, that's going to need a repair now. Thank you very much. Well, that's my own fault. I did stop in a stupid place. Right, let's go and repair it. So here we go. So here we are back out on the track, really struggling to put in a faster time. In our original time at the start of the session, we got 12 positions, dropped down to 15th. So we really are struggling to get the pace in this race. So we're going to go we've only got a chance to do another few laps in this session if we don't crash off, because then we won't have time to repair the bike. But we're getting nowhere near that 132. We really need to up our game, because starting in 15th is going to really pose it's going to be hard in these wet conditions. We don't know what the weather's going to do, whether it might dry up, and that might work in our favour. But that's why I'm reluctant to do too much more on the changes of the setup, because if I adjust the setup for these wet conditions and then it changes, then that could really throw us out. At the moment it's okay, and we're not too far behind, but then I've lost the speed in that corner. I find it so hard to turn it into that corner and really accelerate. You have to gently open the throttle on that section. I can't imagine what that's going to be like on the more powerful bikes in these conditions on this game. This is only the second time we've driven in the rain on this game, but the first time in a competitive race. The last time we did a rain, I think it was just in one of the other game modes, and it wasn't a race. I think it was just like a time trial or something like that. So this is going to be the first experience in these conditions in a competitive race. Fingers crossed I can show to be really good in the wet. I mean, this will obviously upgrade our skills in the wet conditions, which we want to do, because as you get to the lat stages on the more powerful bikes, you want those skills to be at a decent level. So let's see if we can finish this lap. We're still lagging behind the time slightly, but if we can just get close, at least top 5, that still would put us in this, the second row of the grid, which wouldn't be too bad to start in. Right, last corner, let's get nice and tight in there, trying to accelerate, stay off the curb. Oh God, just bubbled around at the back as I tried to open the throttle, and this is going to be close. Is it going to get us? And yes! Oh my God, we've managed to get pole position. Unbelievable! Ah! Oh my God, I overbraked. Whoops. Oh, that's going to cost me a repair, but hopefully that'll stay. If this time doesn't stick after doing that, that'll be my own fault. Right, let's go to the pit. And, oh shit, we ain't got enough time to repair the bike. Oh, we're just going to have to take that time, but hopefully that sticks, because there's only a few minutes left. Let's get straight into the results. So here we go, guys. So we get to the end of the session and we took pole position, guys, which is unbelievable considering how bad our qualifying session was. We struggled to get anywhere near any of those times. The fastest time we managed to get was 15th, and then suddenly on that last lap we managed to put in a decent time, but sometimes that can happen. All we've got to do now is hope and keep our fingers crossed that the weather conditions get better. Hopefully it dries up. You never know. It's on random weather, so that is possible, and it has happened on the circuit that I've qualified in the wet and then the race has been in the dry. But we've ranked up on rain ability, which is cool. So let's get straight into this race, and fingers crossed for a podium. So here we go.
Hello from the Sachsenring, and welcome to our live coverage of the German Grand Prix. The preparations are all done and dusted, and Moto3 is about to take to the track. The rain has been falling non-stop for a few hours now, but don't worry, the start of the race isn't at risk. Track conditions are safe enough. So the race is about to begin, and the riders know that all the hard work they put in won't mean a thing if they can't cross the finish line in one of the positions that counts.
I should have kept my mouth shut, so we've got to race in this heavy rain with the thunder, but hopefully we can get a good start and just fingers crossed. So here we go in Germany. Go, go, go. And let's try and get a good start into these first slow corners. And let's just try and hold that position, and we've managed to get away. That's awesome. Right, turn in. Oh God, I've taken a bit of a wider line through there. I don't want to turn it in too much. Just hold it, hold it, hold it. Just make contact there. Turn it in. So I've lost 2 places. God, dear, just kicked out there as I try to accelerate. Don't make any mistakes early on here, because it only takes a slight nudge to take you off in these weathers. And I've really lost loads of speed through that corner, and I've dropped a few more places. This is a really tough start here. Oh God, on the grass. Be careful, don't come off. Just turn it in, gentle, gentle. So we've dropped down to P7, but can I take another couple of places in that corner? Just make slight contact, just really struggling to get any speed through these corners. Let's try and get nice and tight in, stay off the curb, and open the throttle. It's going to take a little while to settle in, but we're in P5. That's not a bad thing. That's still decent enough. Let's see if we can just stick with these riders in front. Don't let them pull away too much, and hopefully we can just settle into this race. But these conditions are ridiculous. We would, oh God, they're really hot, but managed to gain a place and show up to P4. Really struggling to accelerate and just try and stay off the curb. Oh my God, that was risky there, and I've got I've just lost a bit of speed through there. My teammates taking me in the inside, and it sent me out wide. But these conditions are much more difficult than qualifying. The rain is really, really heavy, and you can feel it just really light on the turn there as you go into the corners. Let's see if we can turn it in, stay off the curb, trying to generate this speed. God, dear, the back end's kicking out everywhere. Settle down, settle down. We don't want to ruin it, just to stick with it. If we can at least get a podium place, that still would be a good result, but we're really losing pace with the leading riders. They've really got a good pace in these conditions, and this is the first time we've been in heavy rain, and this is really, really difficult. And again, just struggling to accelerate. Don't overdo it. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can on the throttle and just trying to stick with them. Let's try and get a little bit tighter into the corners and onto the curb again. I'm really risking it here. I'm all over the place. Really struggling on this Germany circuit in this weather condition. And last time I did a race round here, it was in complete and utter dry conditions, and I really had a good race round here. So it's amazing how much the weather can change. You just have to take different lines, different speeds, and you've got to be really, really careful on your braking as well. But we're up to P4 on this second lap. If we can just gain one more place into the final lap, I'll take a third after a really bad qualifying and really struggling. I mean, I know I got pole, but I wasn't really that settled on a consistent basis around this circuit, so getting a third place wouldn't be the end of the world. But let's see if we can just catch up through this section. Oh, that wasn't a bad corner. Let's get any slipstream. Can we take him? Now, he was Navarro was having a good qualifying session. It was his time that was leading before I took it. I've just managed to take him in that corner. So let's see if we can just get a nice line into this next corner and just try and hold him off. And we're just behind the leaders here. Can we get a nice turn into here? Let's try and gently accelerate up the hill. Don't overdo it. God, they're still bobbling around. Right, that's getting their slipstream. So we've got one more lap. If we can hold this position in third, that would still be a good result. So we're not doing too bad in the championship. We are leading by a few points. We can afford to drop a few points here if we have to. But let's just see if we can get nice and tight into this corner. Slow it down. Turn it in. Now that was a lot better. If we had taken that line at the start, maybe we would have been able to hold the place for a little bit longer. But let's see if we can take a nice line through there, flip it round. This is much better. This is what you want on the last lap. Let's see if we can get nice and tight into these next corners and really catch them up. We're really trying to accelerate up that hill bit there, and we've managed just to gain a bit of time. Can we get really close to P2? Can we really push this bike for a little bit more and maybe take second in this race? But we need to be really fast through these final sections of the race. Let's get a nice turn right tight to the curb and try and generate a bit of drive out this corner and see if we can take a greater speed through this corner than the AI. And we've gained a bit of speed there, but still didn't catch up too much. Now we need to go through this corner even faster. Let's see if we can just keep it at decent speed. Oh, that was awesome. Got a nice drive through there. We managed to take a place. Oh God, that was dangerous. Went straight between the two of them, and I've got into the lead, but it kicked out there as I tried to slow down, and he managed to get past me, but that was a really risky pass. Now I just need to fight. It looks like we're going to be battling for the second place, but can we get close to the other rider? Going really tight in. Oh God, we lost a bit of speed going into there, a little bit hot. Right, let's get in his slipstream. Can we take him in this final corner? It's not going to be easy. Let's see if we can dive up the inside. Let's take a risk. Let's go in there. Slow it down, turn it. I think I'm going to lose a little bit of pace as I accelerate, but I stayed off the curb. Right, he's right behind me. Now it's just a race to the finish line. Who's going to win? He's going to generate a bit of pace, but he hasn't got in my slipstream. Who's going to win it? Yes, I think we've done it. Oh my God, what a last lap. Oh, I really didn't think I was going to do that. And once again, we managed to come up with the goods at the end. Let's get into the results. What a fantastic race. And look at that lap time. That last lap was awesome. It just shows, guys, if you can stick with the leading riders and you manage to come up with the goods in the final lap and just push it that little bit more, that is what happens, and that was awesome. I'm really chuffed with that. And that brings us to the end of another episode. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. I like to hear your opinions, your feedback on the series that are on the channel and this one, and I hope to see you soon for the next episode coming very soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and bye bye.